when kids leave the nest now, it's complicated. I think about we're the first generation ever where parents are paying for their adult children's cell phones into their 30s, these family plans. I mean, it seems like it's going to go on people's whole lives where we're going to have that as an expense we're paying. Are the kids reimbursing you? Well, in most cases, not. And so how do you cut loose? Well, listen to this. A survey in savings.com found, ready? Just short of half of parents are giving much more than just paying a cell phone bill, significant financial support to adult children after they have left the nest. The average amount per child that parents are supporting an adult child, average $1,400 a month. I mean, that's a lot of money out of your life as a parent that you don't have to pay for your future if you're still in your working years and you're saving for retirement. That's $1,400 that could be going towards giving you financial security in retirement. And there's a story I told years ago about a family where the parents kept giving money to their kids in adulthood. And then the parents got older and needed financial assistance themselves in retirement. And one of the kids, this was in a news story, one of the kids said, well, you know, they should have saved more money through the years so they wouldn't be in this situation, which was such a lack of self-awareness that the reason the parents were in financial difficulty in old age is because they had continued to support their adult children when they were out of the nest and in a position to support themselves potentially.
It reminds me of what your dad used to say.
Yeah, one parent can take care of 10 children, but 10 children can't take care of one parent. So there's nothing wrong with helping your kids. I mean, it's something that families do. Families help each other. And if you look at other cultures, it's common that the older family members take care of young family members, and later in life, the young family members take care of old family members. It's just what's done in other cultures. In ours, the issue is that people live in different parts of this vast land of ours, and kids fall out of close contact with their parents, and parents who have not been able to save face extreme hardship later in life. So I'm not trying to put a guilt trip on you if you were an adult child still getting money from your parents month after month or big lump sums each year. This is really for your parents I want to talk about. If you want to help your adult children launch into adulthood, have a plan that you discuss with them and say, okay, this is your first year after trade school or college or whatever. We're going to give you some support to get you going. And if you need it next year, we'll give you half that amount. And then the next year, we'll give you, a little bit of help, but 3 years and out. You need to set, a time limit. You need to set clear parameters and expectations. And if you don't do that, it's like an addictive habit. They're used to having that money from you. You're used to giving that money, and you do it out of love, but it becomes something that can lead to real problems, even resentment. So this is a meaningful, serious conversation, and as long as you set before you get into that habit of giving money to an adult child, you set the expectations. And then more important, you got to stick to it. So if you said, as an example, this average amount, $1,400 a month, that's a lot of money to subsidize somebody else's life, right? So let's say whatever it is, you're allowed to give any other individual without any gift tax implications at all, up to $17,000 a year. So what's this, 1,400, 14,000, 28? Oh yeah, so that's right at that. So you could say that that's what you're doing first year as they get into their new career, new job, whatever, and then have the taper. Remember, I think a 3-year taper into adulthood is a good thing. You're giving them the booster into adulthood. And if something really bad happens down the road, they have a medical reversal, they go through a divorce, whatever, you want to give later in their adulthood some assistance, that's fine. But to make it something that is just expected, it's almost like another rent check you're paying or something like that. And the kids expect the money like a landlord would expect rent every month. That's a problem. And that's why conversation and expectations are so key here as you help kids launch into independence as adults. And by the way, I think that's something that might get us some feedback.
Yes, probably so, I would guess.